With a WWE Hall of Famer intending to return to in-ring action and more, this is Wrestling Rambles. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Before we move on, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Rambles with notifications on, and don't forget to like the video. Asked if he still considers Vince McMahon a friend or not, former WWE and current AEW commentator Jim Ross noted on his Grilling JR podcast, absolutely. Vince did a lot of great things for me. He was very pro-family. He and Jan had a good relationship. She went to the gym every day, so if you go to the gym at Titan Towers every day, you're bound to see Vince at some point in time. When asked about Randy Savage never making a return to WWE following the company's purchase of WCW, Jim Ross said this on his podcast. "I didn't enjoy working with him. It wasn't because of his lack of talent. He was just hard to get along with and second guessing everything. But was he a star? Oh my god, yes, absolutely." At one time, Vince said Savage was as hot as anybody we had on the roster, including Hulk, and that's hard to say, and it may be an eye-rolling thing to viewers listening to the show, but Randy got hot as well, and that was because of Vince's booking and allowing Savage to contribute in a controlled way with his own creative. But Savage wasn't a popular choice to come back into the locker room and come back into the team. For whatever reason there were, he was daunting to work with at times. And you know, when you're not hot, the last thing you want is have a talent come in that you perceive might be negative and might be problematic. Randy's situation was he's a smart guy. He needed to be on top, and apparently Vince was just not ready for Savage to be back on top. He never made it back. Hogan made it back. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall made it back. Lots of guys made it back, but not Randy Savage. At a WWE live event, Seth Rollins and fans in attendance would pay tribute to Bray Wyatt. Here's the video.
I love it, man. I love those fireflies out there. Light them up and sing us into the Sacramento night on 3. 1, 2, 3, sing it. You're the best crowd we've ever had in Sacramento. We love you. Thank you.
At that same live event, the current World Heavyweight Champion would end up taking a shot at Roman Reigns.
And I said, guys, you got LA Knight. Guys, you got the greatest of all time, John Cena. Yeah. I said, you got yourselves a Universal Champion.
Damn.
Mentioning the recent releases that we're seeing in WWE, Dutch Mantel said this on his podcast about Matt Riddle being let go. "I'm glad WWE I'm not glad he lost his job, but I am glad the WWE said, hey man, we've given you every chance in the book. It's just not going to work out. You're more trouble than you're worth." And they told him and let him go. Touching on WWE's internal reaction to Becky Lynch becoming the NXT Women's Champion, Sean Ross Sapp, a Fightful, said, "Of particular note, WWE were ecstatic about the huge numbers, relatively speaking, that Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton drew for their September 12th NXT title match. It was the largest number in almost 3 years, and the first time they peaked at over 1 million viewers in even longer than that." For an update on Britt Baker, who is seemingly set to be absent from AEW programming, Sean Ross Sapp noted that, "I have been told that Britt will likely not be at TV for a couple of weeks because she's going to be taking care of Adam Cole, that she had to drive him around, that he was not able to take care of himself." As Rhea Ripley has been out of action, with WWE claiming Nia Jax bruised her ribs, this was said about her return by Sean Ross Sapp. I think she's supposed to be back either maybe next week or the pay-per-view weekend. Mourning the loss of his dog, Lance Archer took to X to post this picture, writing, "Saying goodbye to my little dude Carl today. He's been a great pup for 10 years. Safe travels over the Rainbow Bridge, my boy." For more details regarding the recent layoffs in WWE, CT Insider said in an article that in the past couple of weeks, chatter has percolated on wrestling-focused websites about purported layoffs resulting from the merger, with discussion of perhaps more than 100 job cuts at the Stamford headquartered company. We are told that over 100 plus employees were let go over the course of the day, PWInsider.com reported on September 15th, so this was a rough day for everyone in the company, whether they have remained or have departed. PWInsider cited an email sent to employees by WWE President Nick Khan that said individuals affected by those workforce reductions had been notified, but PWInsider did not specify how it determined that more than 100 employees had been laid off. Messages left this week for a WWE spokesperson inquiring about how many, if any, employees the company had laid off since completing the merger were not returned. In many cases, layoffs are reported to the State Department of Labor to comply with the Federal Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act. As of Thursday, the Department of Labor website's list of WARN notices submitted this year did not include any sent by WWE. Messages to WWE and Stamford Mayor Caroline Simmons regarding the layoffs were not returned. A message left for a spokesperson for Stamford Mayor Caroline Simmons inquiring whether WWE had provided any merger-related update to city officials, including any reference to layoffs, was not returned. While they have not spoken publicly on any layoffs, WWE officials have confirmed the merger-related departure of at least one executive in a September 15th filing to the Securities and Exchange Commission. The company said that Frank Riddick III, its chief financial officer since November 2021, ended his tenure as a company officer on September 12th, the day the merger was completed, and that his last day as an employee would be September 29th. Several WWE executives will receive sale bonus cash payments related to the merger, with such compensation for Riddick totaling $5 million, Variety reported earlier this month. Going over WWE's change in policy in regards to having extras on their shows for matches, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful said, "We're told in recent months that WWE has prevented some extras from watching show run-throughs from the crowd as a part of a protocol to tighten up some behavior from them." Former WWE star and WWE Hall of Famer Brie was asked if she would wrestle again, to which she replied, "I will, waiting for Buddy to grow a little more. The great thing is there's so many companies with great opponents. I'd love to wrestle Saraya again, Britt Baker, love to go wrestle Trin. Can't wait to see her and Mickey in action. First on my list is the Iconics. Wrestle them in Australia would be amazing." With Vince McMahon having to previously step away from his duties at WWE over a hush money scandal, this still led to a lawsuit against him. An update on this was provided by Ringside News, as they wrote, WWE shareholders Carol Casale and Crystal Lavelle are suing over McMahon's alleged history of paying to cover up sexual harassment accusations. Now, WWE's parent company has provided an update on this situation. TKO Group Holdings issued an SEC filing regarding a legal matter approved by the Delaware Court of Chancery on September 28, 2023. The filing provides an update on a stockholder derivative action initiated by Carol Casale and Crystal Lavelle on January 13, 2023 on behalf of WWE against Vincent McMahon. Another similar action was filed on March 6, 2023 by Dennis Palkin involving additional defendants who allegedly aided and abetted McMahon. On March 20, 2023, WWE and Vince McMahon entered into a reimbursement agreement. The agreement outlines outlined that McMahon would reimburse WWE approximately $17.4 million for expenses incurred through January 31st, 2023, related to investigations, financial statement revisions, and other matters. McMahon would also consider additional expenses incurred after January 31st, 2023. In exchange, WWE released McMahon from cost recovery claims, and McMahon released WWE from investigation-related matters. On the same date, Vince McMahon and WWE responded to the Casale action, asserting that the claims were partly or wholly moot due to the reimbursement agreement, which covered various issues. Then on March 23, 2023, McMahon made the $17.4 million payment to follow up on the agreement. On May 3, 2023, it was noted in the SEC filing that the Delaware Court of Chancery, following a stipulation by the parties, consolidated the Casale and Palkin actions into one case, dismissing it with prejudice concerning the named plaintiffs due to mootness. The court retained jurisdiction solely for the purpose of handling attorneys' fees and expenses applications. Instead of seeking attorneys' fees and expenses, Vince McMahon reached a $2 million settlement with plaintiffs' counsel through negotiations. The court did not review or judge the payment or its reasonableness. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later.